Welcome one and all to F1 2021. Welcome one and all to the F1 2021 F2 Hotlap setup and series. We're here in Budapest, Hungary, racing around the 4.381 kilometre circuit, 14 turns, 2 DRS zones, and a little bit of elevation to play with as well. First Grand Prix back in 1986. But you know, F2 racing here this year was F3 and W Series. That supported F1 a long way, I think, Porsche Super Cup. The lap for us, though, put us into P3, just outside the 1 minute 25 mark. Racing in the Prema, because Mick Schumacher just sort of always seemed to went well here in F2, picking up his first F2 win back in 2019. 11.8 on the aero. What else would you expect? High downforce at Hungary. 60% on, 40% off for the ramp differential. Suspension geometry, max cambers, minimum toes. Really all about the grip here in Budapest. Just maximising, through the corner, especially that middle sector. So demanding in terms of the corners. Front suspension 6, and then 3 for pretty much everything else. Generally quite soft here, and the ride-out 3.6, just providing a little, raising the car up for the curbs, but providing that little bit of rake we would want. Help generate the downforce. 54% front brake bias, a little bit more aggressive than sort of the normal trend, and tyre pressure a little bit softer, I think, than we normally would have, with the rears probably being about the same. Final corner, such an important exit is what you need. DRS wide open, and that final corner is so difficult to the exit. We'll talk about it a little bit at the end of the lap, because it's highlighted a bit better with a delta showing on the top. Breaking around the 100 metre ball, getting the car started into second gear, keeping it nice and tight, and trying to maximise your exit as best you can. DRS wide open, and we're about 300s down. So easy just to lose time there on the exit. Down in towards turn number 2. Keep it nice and tight, because we can open up turn 3 and actually open up your exit. And that's almost what we did a little bit there, and jumping all over the curb to try and keep it full throttle now. Just run up to turn 4. Blind braking zone, a little bit of brake down into 4th gear, and just using all the exits, trying to get the power through. Keep it nice and tight through turn 5, without touching the sort of tarmac on the inside. I mean, lose the car a little bit, just being a little bit aggressive into the chicane now. Car slow down, avoid the big curb on the inside, smash through the second one, and run as wide as you dare. And we found about 10th of a second there. Into the middle sector we go. It's fast corners down. You want to just open up each one as much as you can. Get on that one a little bit to help rotate the car. Now flat through turn 10, into turn 11, down into 4th gear, tight on the inside, and open up the exit using all the curving available to you, finding about a 10th of a second there, and going purple in the middle sector. Down towards turn number 12 now. Nice start on the exit. Use the curb on the on the entry, curb on the exit, as you straight away into the hairpin of turn 13. Keep it tight and wind the power on as quickly as you can as we now rise up to the final corner. We really go for it on the entry here and the mid part. Compromise the exit a little bit as we try and get the power down. Hunting to get the power down, using all the exit available to us, finding about 0.18 of a second. Third for us on the leaderboard, and a pretty good lap overall. It was sort of, we came alive in the middle sector, it must be said. And it was that final corner, we sort of, on that lap, we went for it on the entry in the mid part, and just hanging on the exit, and found a little bit of time for about 300ths of a second. Down towards turn number 1, really want to keep the corner as wide as you can whilst hitting the apex, just to maximise the exit. You're onto a DRS straight, running down towards turn number 2. Another corner, we need to keep it nice and tight, as best you can, because you want to get on the power as quickly as you can. It's easy to go through, I think, really turn 3 flat, as we're going to do now. You can sort of jump on the curbs a little bit on the inside there and get a good run all the way up the hill. That's important, to turn number 4. Really keep it within track limits. Maximise the speed, but keep it within track limits. We now go into turn number 5. Avoid the curve on the inside as you trying to line it for the chicane. Big moment for us there. Don't know how we didn't invalidate, but nevertheless, chicane. Perfect on the entry for us, and the second part, that was probably the best corner I've ever done on any game ever. Absolutely brilliant, finding about a 10th and a bit there, and now it's just about opening these corners as much as you can, keeping the minimum speeds up, and keeping the line nice and clean now, as you go in towards turn 11, just your perfection on the inside, and the exit as well. Again, you just want to keep that minimum speed up, get a nice clean line through there as you go into turn number 12. A little bit wide, but we've got the exit spot on, getting on the curbs there, and now into the penultimate corner. Another one, we're going to avoid the tarmac on the inside and wind the power on as best quickly as you can. Into the final corner we go. Really nice and quick on the mid and exit. Keeping it really tight and then winding on the power. That's probably how you want to do it overall. I think on my previous best, I tended to give up on the entry and gained a lot more on the exit. But a 26.068, a pretty good lap around Hungary, around the Hungaroring. And I'm happy with that one. The setup really feeling good around this lap. I hope you've enjoyed. 5 videos in a row. Hope you've enjoyed that too. And we'll see everyone very soon for some more videos.